Gautham Menon.
Gautham Vasudev Menon, known as Gautham Menon, is an Indian film director and producer, who predominantly works in South Indian cinema. Many of his films have been critically acclaimed, most notably his semi-autobiographical Vaaranam Aayiram, Vinnaithaandi Varuvaayaa, and his action thrillers Kaakha Kaakha, Vettaiyaadu Vilaiyaadu. Vaaranam Aayiram won the National Film Award for Best Feature Film in Tamil. Gautham Menon spearheaded releasing movies of same content in different languages, simultaneously. He produces films through his London Stock Exchange-listed Photon Kathaas film production company.
Early life and education.
Gautham was born to a Malayali father and Tamil mother on February 25, 1973 in Ottapalam, a town in Palakkad district of Kerala. Although born in Kerala, he grew up in Trichy, Tamil Nadu. He studied mechanical engineering in Mokammagai College of Engineering, Trichy.
Career. Early work, 2001.
Gautham Menon was a student of mechanical engineering at Mokammagai College of Engineering, Trichy in the batch of 1993, and his time there inspired to make his lead characters of Manal, Vaaranam Aayiram and Vinnaithaandi Varuvaayaa, students of the same course. He claims to have been inspired by films such as Dead Poets Society and Nayagon, and expressed his desire to his parents to change career path and become a filmmaker, and consequently wrote his first film at his college hostel. His mother insisted he became an ad filmmaker by shooting various commercials and took an apprenticeship under filmmaker Rajiv Menon. He went on to work as an assistant director for Minsra Carnival in 1997, in which he also appeared in a cameo role. Gautham Menon launched a Tamil romantic film Olala in 2000, with The Problem eventually changing producers and title into Manal, with Madhavan, who was at the beginning of his career, being signed on to portray the lead role. About the making of the film, Menon revealed that he found it difficult as the team was new to the industry, with only the editor of the film, Suresh Urs, being a prominent technician in the industry. Menon had come under further pressure when Madhavan had insisted that Menon narrated the story to his mentor, Mani Vaishnam, to identify if the film was a positive career move after the success of his Alai Payathi. Despite initial reservations, Menon did so and Vaishnam was unimpressed. However, Menon has cited that he thought that Madhavan felt sorry, and later agreed to continue with the project. A film also featured Abbas and newcomer Reema Sen in significant roles, whilst Menon introduced Haris Jayaraj as music composer with the film. The film was advertised as a Valentine's Day release in 2001 and told the tale of a young man who falls in love with the girl engaged to his ex-college rival and how he manages to get married to her. Upon release, it went on to become a large success commercially and won positive reviews from critics, with claims that the film had a lot of verve and vigor, and that it was technically excellent. The success of the film led to producer Vashu Bafnani signing him on to direct the Hindi-language remake of the film, Raina Hai Terrace Dil Mine, which also featured Menon in a short role. Having Madhavan with Dayamtsa and Saif Ali Khan added to the film. Menon was initially apprehensive but said it took half an hour to agree, and against his intentions, the producer opted against retaining the technical crew of the original. He changed a few elements, deleted certain scenes and added some more for the version. However, in comparison, the film gained poor reviews, with the critics citing that the presentation is not absorbing, those stating that he handled certain sequences with aplomb. The film subsequently went on to become a below-average grosser at the box office. The failure of the film left him disappointed, with Menon claiming in hindsight that the film lacked the simplicity of the original, with the producer's intervention affecting proceedings. In 2011, the producer of the film approached him to remake the film with the producer's son Jackie Bafnani in the lead role, but Menon was uninterested with the offer.
Police duology, 2003-06.
Menon returned in 2003 by directing the realistic police thriller Kaakha Kaakha, featuring Surya, Yothika and Jeevan in the lead roles. A film portrayed the personal life of a police officer and how his life is affected by gangsters, showing a different perspective of police in comparison to other Tamil films of the time. Menon revealed that he was inspired to make the film after reading of articles on how encounter specialists shoot gangsters and how their families get threatening calls in return, and initially approached Madhavan, Ajith Kumar and then Vikram for the role without success, with all three actors citing that they did not want to play a police officer. The lead actress Yothika asked Menon to consider Surya for the role, and he was subsequently selected after Menon saw his portrayal in Nandar. He held a rehearsal of the script with the actors, a costume trial with Yothika and then enrolled Surya in a commando training school before beginning production, which he described as a very planned shoot. The film consequently opened to very positive reviews from critics on the way to becoming another success for Menon, with critics labeling it as a career-high film. Furthermore, the film was described as for action lovers who believe in logical storylines and deft treatment, with Menon being praised for his linear narrative screenplay. Gautham Menon subsequently remade the film in the Telugu language for producer Vinnaithaandi and went on to claim that the new version was better than the previous version and that his new lead actor Venkatesh was more convincing than Surya in the role. The film also featured actress Haseen and Salim Beg in prominent roles and went on to earn commercial and critical acclaim, with reviewers citing that film redeems itself due to the technical excellence and masterful craft of Gautham, drawing comparisons of Menon with noted filmmakers Mani Raishnam and Ram Gopal Varma. In July 2004, Menon also agreed terms to direct and produce another version of Kaakha Kaakha in Hindi with Sunny Deol in the lead role and revealed that the script was written 5 years ago with Deol in mind, but the film eventually failed to take off. Producer Vipul Shah approached him to direct the Hindi version of the film in 2010 as Force with John Abraham and Janilya D'Souza, and Menon initially agreed before pulling out again. Menon and the original producer, Tanu, also floated an idea of an English-language version with a Chechnyan backdrop, though talks with a potential collaboration with Ashok Amrich collapsed. Gautham Menon was then signed on to direct a venture starring Kamal Haasan and produced by Qajar Mohiuddin, and initially suggested a one-line story which went on to become Pakai Kili Muthu for the collaboration. Kamal Haasan wanted a different story, and thus the investigative thriller film Vettaiyaadu Vilaiyaadu was written with Yothika, Kamalini Mukherjee, Prakash Raj, Daniel Balaji and Salim Beg added to the cast. The film told another episode from a police officer's life, with an Indian cop moved to America to investigate the case of psychotic serial killers before returning to pursue the chase in India. During the shooting, the unit ran into problems after the producer had attempted suicide, and as a result, Kamal Haasan wanted to quit the project. Menon subsequently convinced him to stay on as they had taken advance payments. He has since revealed that unlike Kamal Haasan's other films, he did not take particular control of the script or production of the film. The film, however, had gone through change from the original script with less emphasis on the antagonists than Menon had hoped, and he also revealed that scenes for songs were forced in and shot without him. The film released in August 2006 and went on to become his third successive hit film in Tamil, and once again, he won rave reviews for his direction. Menon later expressed interest in remaking the film in Hindi with Amitabh Bachchan in the lead role without the love angle, though the project fell through after discussions. In 2012, he re-began negotiations with producers to make a Hindi version of the film with Shah Rukh Khan in the lead role. He has stated his intent on making a trilogy of police episode films, with a possible third featuring Vikram in the lead role.
Success, 2007-08.
His next project, Pakai Kili Muthu, based on the novel Derailed by James Siegel, featured Sarith Kumar and Yothika in the lead roles and was released in February 2007. Initially the lead role was offered to Kamal Haasan, who passed the opportunity, while actors Charan and Madhavan declined, citing date and image problems respectively. Menon met Sarith Kumar at an event where he cited he was looking to change his action image, and Menon subsequently cast him in the lead role. During production, the film ran into further casting trouble, with Simran dropping out her assigned role and was replaced by Shobana after another actress, Tabu, also rejected the role. Shobana was also duly replaced by a newcomer, Andrea Jeremiah, to portray the character of Kalyani in the film. The film was under production for over a year and coincided with the making of his previous film, which was largely delayed. The film initially opened to positive reviews, with the critics citing that Menon is growing with each passing film. His style is distinctive, his vision clear, his team rallies around him, and he manages to pull it off each time he attempts. However, the film became a financial failure for the producer, Vinnaithaandi Varuvaayaa, and in regard to the failure of the film, Menon went on to claim that Sarath Kumar was wrong for the film, and that he tweaked the story to fit his image. He also claimed that his father's ailing health and consequent death a week before the release had left him mentally affected. His next release, Vaaranam Aayiram, saw him re-collaborate with Surya, who played dual roles in the film. The film illustrates the theme of how a father often came across in his son's life as a hero and inspiration, and Menon dedicated the film to his late father, who had died in 2007. The pre-production of the film, then titled Shanaiilaram Azhikalam, began in 2003, with Menon planning his A romantic film with Surya as a follow-up to their successful previous collaboration, Kaakha Kaakha. Abhirami was signed and then dropped due to her height before a relatively new actress at the time Asin was selected to make her debut in Tamil films with the project. The first schedule of the film began in January 2004 in Visakhapatnam, and consequently romantic scenes with Surya and Asin were shot for 10 days and then a photo shoot with the pair. The film was subsequently stalled and was eventually relaunched with a new cast including Divya Spandana, Simran and Samira Reddy in 2006, with Oscar Ravikandran stepping in as producer, who opted for a change of title. Menon has described the film as autobiographical and a very personal story, and if people didn't know, that 70% of this is from my life. The film's production process became noted for the strain and the hard work that Surya had gone through to portray the different roles, with production taking close to 2 years. A film released to a positive response, with critics heaping praise on Surya's performance while claiming that the film was just a feather in Gautham's hat, and that it was hardly a classic. The film was made at a budget of 150 million rupees and became a commercial success, bringing in almost 220 million rupees worldwide. It went on to become Menon's most appreciated work till date, winning 5 Filmfare Awards, 9 Vijay Awards and the National Film Award for Best Feature Film in Tamil for 2008, amongst other accolades.
Romance and experimentation, 2010-present.
In 2010, Menon made a return to romantic genre after 9 years with the Tamil romantic film Vinnaithaandi Varuvaayaa, starring Silambarasan and Trisha Krishnan. The film explored the complicated relationship between a Hindu Tamil assistant director, Karthik, and a Syrian Christian Malayali girl, Jessie, and their resultant emotional conflicts. The film featured music by A.R. Rahman in his first collaboration with Menon, whilst cinematographer Manoj Paramahamsa was also selected to be a part of the technical crew. Menon cited that he was a week away from starting the film with a newcomer before his producer insisted they looked at Silambarasan, with Menon revealing that he was unimpressed with the actor's previous work. The film was in production for close to a year, and throughout the opening week of filming, promotional posters from classic Indian romantic films were released featuring the lead pair. Prior to release, the film became the first Tamil project to have a music soundtrack premiere outside of India, with a successful launch at the BAFTA in London. Upon release, the film achieved positive reviews, with several critics giving the film classic status, whilst also become a commercially successful venture. Reviewers praised Menon, citing that credit for their perfect portrayal, of course, goes to Gautham Menon. This is one director who's got the pulse of today's urban youth perfectly, and that crafted a movie that will stay in our hearts for a long, long time. A film was simultaneously released with a Telugu version, titled Yemawachese, featuring a fresh cast of Naga Chaitanya and debutante Samantha in the lead roles. Like the Tamil version, the film won critical acclaim and being given classic status from critics. Menon had also made progress over the previous 2 years, directing the psychological thriller Nadanisi Nagal, featuring his assistant and debutant Veera Bahu and Samira Reddy in the lead roles. Menon claimed that the film was inspired by a true event from the USA, while also claiming that a novel also helped form the story of the film. During the making, he explicitly revealed that the film was for the multiplex audience, and would face a limited release, citing that it will not cater to all sections of the audience. He promoted the film by presenting a chat show dubbed as Coffee with Gautham, where he interviewed Bharathi Raja and Silambara Sen, both of whom had previously worked in such psychological thriller films with Sigappa Rajakal and Man Mardan. The film, which was his first home production under Photon Kathaas and did not have a background score, told the story of a victim of child abuse and the havoc he causes to women, narrating the events of a particular day. The film opened to mixed reviews, with one critic citing it as above average, but warning that don't go expecting a typical Gautham romantic film, and that it is definitely not for the family audiences, while criticizing that there are too many loopholes in the story, raising doubts about logic. In contrast, another critic dubbed it as an unimpressive show by director Menon, as it is neither convincing nor appealing, despite having some engrossing moments. A group of protesters held a protest outside Gautham's house on reason for misusing a goddess name in his film and also showing explicit sex and violent scenes, claiming that it was against the Indian, in particular Tamil culture. Menon returned to Bollywood with the Hindi remake of Vinnaithaandi Varuvaayaa, titled Ek Deewana Tha, with Pratik Baba and Amy Jackson in the lead roles. Unlike the South Indian versions, the film opened to unanimously below-average reviews, with critics noting the story got lost in translation, and became a box office failure. Post-release, Menon admitted that he got the casting wrong, and subsequently other Hindi films he had pre-planned were dropped. During the period, Menon also began pre-production work on the first film of an action-adventure series of films titled Yawn, starring Vijay in the title role. However, after a year of pre-production, the director shelved the film, citing differences of opinion about the project. Menon's next releases were the romantic films Neetan Penvasantham in Tamil and Eto Velapwandi Manasu in Telugu, both co-produced by Photon Kathaas. Jiva and Nani played the lead roles in each version respectively, while Samantha was common in both films. Ilayaraja was chosen as music composer for the film, which told the story of 3 stages in the life of a couple. A third Hindi version, Asi Now Pore Sao, was also shot simultaneously with Aditya Roy Kapoor essaying the lead role, though the failure of Ek Deewana Tha saw production ultimately halted. The films both opened to average reviews and collections, with critics noting Menon falls into the trap every seasoned filmmaker dreads, of repeating his own mandatory formula, though noting that the film has its sparkling moments. The lukewarm response of the film prompted a legal tussle to ensue between Menon and the film's producer Eld Kumar, prompting the director to release an emotionally charged letter attempting to clear his name of any financial wrongdoing. Menon was then briefly associated with the anthology film, X, helping partially direct a script written by Thigarajan Kumararaja before opting out and being replaced by Nolan Kumarasamy. He also began production work on a big-budgeted venture titled Vinnaithaandi Varuvaayaa, signing up an ensemble cast including Surya, Trisha Krishnan and Arun Vijay, with a series of posters issued and an official launch event being held. However, in October 2013, the lead actor walked out of the film citing Menon's lack of progress in developing the script, and the film was subsequently dropped. Menon's upcoming films include the romantic drama Satin Drama Aruthivonalai with Silambara Sen, and an untitled project with Ajith Kumar that entered production in April 2014.
Filmography. As a producer. Accolades.
Vijay Award for Favorite Director for Vaaranam Aayiram, 2008. National Film Award for Best Feature Film in Tamil for Vaaranam Aayiram, 2008. Nandi Award for Best Screenplay Writer for Vettaiyaadu 2010. Filmfare Award for Best Director, Tamil for Kaakha Kaakha, 2003. Filmfare Award for Best Supporting Actor, Tamil for Kaakha Kaakha, 2003. Filmfare Award for Best Director, Tamil for Vaaranam Aayiram, 2008. Vijay Award for Best Director for Vinnaithaandi Varuvaayaa, 2010. Vijay Award for Favorite Director for Vinnaithaandi Varuvaayaa, 2010. Filmfare Award for Best Director, Tamil for Vinnaithaandi Varuvaayaa, 2010. Filmfare Award for Best Director, Telugu for Vettaiyaadu 2010. Rotary Club of Chennai. Honored for creative excellence, 20